What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another video. First of all, I just crossed 2,000 subscribers. Watch out, Graham Stephan. But seriously, I wanted to thank each and every one of you that has subscribed and has been supporting me along this journey. And for all my new subscribers, I hope you have been getting some value in return in the information that I'm providing you. And I really do appreciate your support. So yeah, 2,000, and I probably should do a video on my journey to getting to 2,000 because it's been quite interesting to say the least. But without further ado, I want to get into today's video, and that is my top 10 favorite stocks. This is something I get asked a lot. Which stocks do I invest in? And I always give the same answer. I do not advise on individual stocks, and I am not doing that in this video. I am not telling you which stocks to buy. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research, hire an FA before purchasing any stocks. But these are my 10 favorite stocks, and truth be told, you probably shouldn't have this big of a portfolio. I shouldn't have this big of a portfolio. I'm probably a little bit too diversified based on what I believe you should do as a simple portfolio. But the way I do it, the way my wife and I do it is this. We put the amount that we need to put into our retirement account, the set amount we need to reach our retirement number, we put that in first into index funds. The target date fund is mostly what we put that in within Vanguard. Then anything extra over and beyond that we want to put into the market, we call our play money. I call it play money, but if we lose it, I'm going to be upset. But really, that's what it is. So I'm still following my rules, but I also like to play an individual stock. Sometimes it's hard not to. So I do that with our extra money. Any funds that we can add to it, any extra retirement accounts that we get. Like now I have a solo 401k. That's kind of extra on top of our Ross and her 401k that she had. So this is all extra money that we can play with, and that's the money I use to invest in individual stocks. This video is not going to be about the technical analysis of each stock. There's YouTubers out there that do a much better job of that and dive into each one. We're not going to go over market cap or PE ratio or who the CEO is. These are just stocks that I like, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I like them and why I choose to invest in them. My wife and I are what we call conscious investors or socially conscious investors. So if we invest in it, it's something that we believe in. We're not perfect at this. And that is just being conscious in the stocks that we invest in and that they're doing some type of good for the world. We're not perfect. The stocks aren't going to be perfect, but that is something that we try to do. We try to invest in companies that we believe in. All right, so let's just go ahead and get into it. The first stock that I love is Tesla. I bought this years ago, back when it was Solar City, and actually my shares got converted into Tesla. It's now trading at around $700. It blew up last year. So real quick, I forgot to mention, because I think it happened the day I filmed this, and when I looked up the stock price to put it in the information in the video, I was like, $700 seems a little low, but I wasn't paying much attention to it. I was focused on making the video. But it appears that Elon tweeted out that his own stock was too expensive and sunk the stock like $150 in a single day. So if you are going to invest in Tesla, realize that Elon, a bit like Trump, can get crazy when it comes to tweeting and cause his own stock to drop $150 in a single day. So that is something you need to look out for when investing in Tesla. All right, back to the video. I think I got in around 170, and I've continued to buy in since then. I have not bought any shares above 400, I don't think. I just think that it's probably a bit too expensive right now. I say that and it'll be $3,000 next year, but I do think it might be a little bit of an expensive stock. I think that a lot of people are piling on this and they don't know exactly why. They're not doing any type of technical trading with this. They just see the future in it like I do. And I really do think that this stock will be around for a long time, and they are super innovative. And I really like Elon Musk. I don't know him as a person, but I like him as a CEO and an innovator and a thinker, and what he's trying to do for the world and the environment and moving forward in that direction. So that is a stock that we really like and that we've invested in every year for about 5, almost 6 years now, I want to say. So yeah, so Tesla's our first stock that we invest in. I'm going to say mine and ours multiple times and get those mixed up in this video. Just bear with me. When I say mine, I mean my wife and I's, because all of our money is shared. Well, you guys know how it goes, right? What's mine is hers and what's hers is hers, right? I think that's how it goes. But seriously, just bear with me on that part. My second favorite stock is Facebook. Why? Because everybody uses it. Who do you know that does not have a Facebook? Well, let's be honest. We all have that one friend, but they're kind of weird, right? But outside of that, even our parents and grandparents are on Facebook now. And Facebook is an ad revenue generating machine. They're extremely good at it. Probably because they're listening to us. They're listening in on our conversation. They're giving out our private information. Look, I don't know all that's happening and that's controversial, but as far as the company goes, it is a cash cow and it makes a ton of money. And that's why I like Facebook. I think it'll be around for a long time. It's now trading around $200 a share. It took its hit like the rest of these stocks I'm going to talk about recently with the coronavirus. But it has bounced back, not to its all-time highs, but it has bounced back. And I think that thing's just going to continue to grow. Every time with any of these stocks that I'm in for the long haul, I always ask myself, will this thing be around 10, 15, 20 years from now? If I can comfortably say yes, probably, then I think it's a good stock to get invested in because it should, there's no guarantee in this, but it should be worth more then than it is now. And that's all I'm looking to do. I'm looking to increase my money over time through compound interest. Keep adding to these positions, let compound interest do the rest. Hope that you're doing the same because I think that's the smartest way to do it. My third favorite stock, much like my last stock, is Apple. Everybody's using it. Like, I think I'm still the only person I know with a Samsung. It's hard for me to find another Samsung user. I like my Samsung. I like my Galaxy. I've never had an iPhone. In fact, I have a MacBook Air, but it was Rihanna's old computer, so I've never really had my own Mac. She's had Macs, but she also has a Samsung phone. So we're probably going to transition to Apple soon, and then we'll be like everybody else and also have Apple. I think at least 90% of people have Apple. I don't think that's the right statistic, but it feels that way. I know people get mad when I message them for my Samsung, and they said that my text shows up a different color or something, and it frustrates them. I don't know. I'm not a fanboy for either one. I just have always had Samsung. But really, look, let's give it to Apple. They're innovative. They've exploded. They put out great quality products. Unless you ask Samsung users. But really, you can't deny the quality. I do have a MacBook Air, and she has the new MacBook Pro, and the quality is outstanding. Customer service seems to be great from what our experience has been. They acquire excellent companies, like they acquired Beats, and that did really well for them. They're just really smart. They have good leadership, and I think they'll be around for a long time. So Apple's my third favorite. My fourth one, and it has become even more so lately, is Disney. You guys probably know if you follow me, I have a foster daughter and we have downloaded Disney Plus and now I get it. Look, for $8 a month or whatever it is, that's a no-brainer. I even enjoy it. Rihanna and I enjoy it. It's got every old movie that when we were growing up, those are on there. They're very fun to watch. It's fun to show our foster daughter those movies that we used to watch when we were growing up. And look, they also have the theme parks, obviously. They own ESPN. They're killing it. Disney's killing it. They just built that humongous Star Wars park. Hold on. They were killing it. They're not killing it right now. We're going to speak on these stocks in general and not narrow it down to right now with the coronavirus going on. Obviously, that's having its impact on all these companies. We're going to speak in broad terms, 5 years before now and 5, 10, 15 years from now. So Disney's killing it, and I think they will be around a very long time. So Disney's another one that I am invested in. Next one up is Baba. Why Baba? Because it was relatively cheap compared to Amazon, and I've always been told, and from my research, it seems to be like the Amazon of the Eastern Hemisphere. Like everything that we buy from Amazon, they all buy it from Baba, and I'm like, hey, well, if it's working anything like Amazon is, and I can get it under $200 a share, I'm in. And so that's what I did. I bought a bunch of Baba stock. Outside of that, I have done my own technical analysis and I think it's a good company. I do like Jack Ma, who's the CEO of that. I watch a lot of his stuff. He's really inspiring and he gives out a lot of good information. Go follow him if you're not. Watch his YouTube videos. But yeah, again, this is just a fun video about why I invest and not the technical breakdown of every stock. But I am invested in Baba and I think they'll be around a long time and I think they're doing great things. Next one up is Lowe's, and this is a no-brainer for me. Lowe's is trading around $100 a share now. I first started buying this around $60 or $70 a share, and it's because I spend millions of dollars there a year. My company, my partners and I spend millions of dollars there a year on product, so I should get some of that kickback, right? So look, if you build a house, if you worked on a house ever, you've gone to Lowe's. Sure, you go to Home Depot sometimes, but you've also gone to Lowe's. If you want anything to work on your house, build your house, you probably go to Lowe's. Now, I can't speak on their customer service. If you've ever been inside of a Lowe's, you know you spend about 4 hours in there just trying to locate someone to help you, and then they spend another 2 hours trying to figure out where that item is, and then you're finally out of there after 6 hours of looking for one screw. That happens to me almost every time. So I can't speak on that, but look, I spend a lot of money at Lowe's, so it only makes sense for me to invest in that company and support it and get some kickback through that stock and my stock growing, and so I choose to invest in Lowe's. All right, we're up to my 7th favorite stock. I'm trying to do this quickly because I know this video could probably get too long if I sit here and talk on every stock for about 3 minutes, but it's Beyond Meat. And that is because, if you don't know, yes, I'm vegan. Please don't leave the channel. Yes, I'm vegan. My wife and I are vegan. We've been vegan for the last 3 years. So of course it's something we strongly believe in. We're vegan for the animals first and then health second. Not that we don't care about our health, but it's just an added benefit, we think, of going vegan, that we have gotten healthier. And Beyond Meat is making leaps and bounds in that market. If you've never had a Beyond Burger, go try it. I promise you can't tell the difference between the Beyond Meat and the real meat. Sure, it's a little bit more expensive, but that's how everything's going to be when it's new. When the demand increases, the price will fall. So go out there and start buying it up. The more you buy of it, the cheaper my Beyond Meat will be at the store, and the higher my stock will go. So I'll appreciate you for that for 2 different reasons. So yeah, Beyond Meat, definitely a company we support and believe in. Next up is Uber, and this was actually my wife's pick. We each pick a few each year. This is her pick, and look, Uber's everywhere. Just like the rest of the companies I'm talking about, it's everywhere. It's prevalent. Look, everybody's using it. Everybody has Uber on their phone. I actually, though, I've never taken an Uber. Neither has my wife, just out of happenstance. I'm not sure why. We own 2 vehicles, and it's gotten a lot more popular over the last 4 or 5 years. We've been in Charleston, West Virginia for the majority of that time, and look, it was just not as prevalent here. We just don't need it as much. But look, I understand if you're young, you drink, you don't want to drive, Uber's a place to go. I probably would have used it versus cabs when I was growing up, but Uber wasn't around then. So I understand what it's needed for, and I understand why so many people use it. And I think it'll be around a long time. I think they just got a huge government contract, and that's good. Like, if you're getting government contracts, the government obviously believes in you. And if the government believes in you, they won't stop giving you money. We know that. So that's why I'm choosing to invest in Uber as well. All right, these next 2, number 9 and number 10, I am actually not invested in. We are not invested in, but they are on our watch list. And those are going to be number 9, which is Verizon and or AT&T. They're the same field, so that's my number 9. And that's just because I'm looking to grow my dividend portfolio. We need to get better at that. If we're going to be investing in these individual stocks, we should probably focus on ones with the dividend, because why not? Free money, passive money every year coming to us. The more that grows, the more the dividends will grow, the bigger that check will be, and I think it is a smart thing to do. So I am currently doing my own research on dividend stocks, and those 2 are the top of my radar because they do pay a good dividend, and I also think they're great companies. Or at least I think they'll be around a long time. So AT&T and Verizon fit into my number 9 spot. And number 10 is either First Solar or TerraForm Power, and these are 2 green energy stocks. And again, this is just something we believe in and want to support, so we are looking to invest in that space. These stocks are trading, I think TerraForm's trading around $16 and First Solar is around $41, so relatively cheap to enter into. And we are looking to add to some positions in both of those stocks here in the near future. And again, that's just to support the green energy space and the alternative energy because it's something we believe in personally. If you haven't read into it enough yet, I guess you can call us tree huggers, and we're proud of it. So that rounds out my top 10 stocks that are my favorite right now. This could change in the next month, the next week, the next year. But I just want to do a video like this every so often to keep you guys updated on my 10 favorite stocks because you guys are always asking me. Again, I'm not advising you to go purchase these stocks. These are just stocks that we invest in and that we personally like. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was semi-helpful in answering your questions on which stocks we invest in and a little bit about why. And again, I appreciate every time you guys watch one of my videos. Please hit that thumbs up button, and you can go follow me on Instagram as well. I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff there about house walkthroughs, real estate investing, which stocks I'm buying, what I feel about the market currently. I give tips, all types of things on my Instagram. So go follow me over there at The Frugal Investor. And again, guys, thank you so much for allowing me to hit 2,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.